Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of OCG, a NASDAQ-listed stock. In this video, we'll break down the latest price action, key technical indicators, and what the numbers might mean for traders and investors. The current price stands at just 0.025, a dramatic drop from its highs over the past 3 months. We'll explore the story behind this volatility, review the most important technical signals, and help you understand the risks and opportunities in this stock. Let's start by setting the stage with a quick overview of OCG's recent trading history and why it's caught the attention of the market. Over the last 3 months, OCG's price has plummeted from highs above $19 to just a few cents. This steep decline is visible in the historical data, where we see a sharp drop in late December and early January. Such a dramatic fall often signals underlying issues, whether fundamental or technical. High trading volumes during the decline suggest panic selling or forced liquidation. For traders, this kind of volatility can present both danger and opportunity depending on risk tolerance and strategy. Let's look closer at the technical indicators to see what they reveal about this price action. Moving averages are essential tools for understanding price trends. For OCG, all major moving averages SMA, EMA, WMA are well above the current price, with the 200-day SMA at $3.89 and the 5-day SMA at 0.072. This wide gap indicates a strong downtrend and that the stock is trading far below its historical averages. Such a setup typically signals bearish momentum and suggests that any recovery will face significant resistance. Traders often use these averages to spot potential reversal points or confirm ongoing trends. Bollinger Bands help gauge volatility and potential price extremes. For OCG, the upper band is at $6.86, the middle at $1.21, and the lower at $4.44 with a massive width of 9.32. The current price is far below the middle band, indicating the stock is deeply oversold. Such a wide band reflects extreme volatility, and the negative lower band is a rare occurrence, highlighting just how far the price has fallen. This setup often precedes a period of consolidation or a potential bounce, but also warns of continued risk. MACD, a popular momentum indicator, is currently negative at -0.731 with a signal line at, and a histogram near zero. This suggests bearish momentum is still present, but the pace of decline may be slowing. The MACD momentum value is slightly positive, hinting at a possible stabilization. However, other momentum indicators like ROC and PPO are deeply negative, reinforcing the overall bearish picture. For traders, this means caution is warranted, as momentum remains weak. Relative Strength Index (RSI) values for OCG are in the high 30s to low 40s, with the 14-day RSI at 39.73. Traditionally, an RSI below 30 signals oversold conditions, but OCG's RSI is hovering just above that level. This suggests the stock is approaching, but not quite at, a classic oversold threshold. Combined with the price collapse, it indicates that while selling pressure is intense, there may be limited room for further downside before a technical bounce could occur. Stochastic indicators for OCG show extremely low values, with stock K14 at just 0.907 and stock K21 at 0.097. These readings are deep in oversold territory, reinforcing the message from the RSI. When both RSI and stochastic are this low, it often means the stock is heavily sold and could be due for a short-term rebound. However, such conditions can persist in strong downtrends, so traders should be careful not to jump in too early. Volume analysis reveals some interesting dynamics. OCG's recent sessions saw massive spikes in trading volume, especially during the sharp price drops. The on-balance volume (OBV) is deeply negative, and the accumulation distribution (AD) line also shows strong outflows. It suggests that sellers have dominated and liquidity has been high during the sell-off. For those considering entry, high volume can mean easier execution, but also signals that many are rushing for the exit. OCG's volatility is off the charts. The 30-day volatility stands at 60.84, and the NATR 14 is an eye-popping 3,314.33. True volatility readings are equally extreme. Such high volatility means price swings can be sudden and severe, making risk management absolutely critical. For traders, this environment can offer big rewards, but also exposes them to outsized losses if the market moves against them. Always consider position sizing and stop-loss strategies in such conditions. Technical levels can help guide trading decisions. For OCG, the nearest support is at 0.019 with resistance at 0.037. The pivot point sits at 0.03 just above the current price. These levels may act as barriers or targets for price movement in the coming sessions. If the price breaks below support, further declines are possible. Conversely, reclaiming resistance could signal a short-term reversal. Watch these levels closely for potential trading opportunities. Trend strength score for OCG is 0.865, while the trend quality index is a high 87.74. This combination suggests that the current downtrend is not only strong but also persistent and well-defined. When both strength and quality scores are elevated, it's a sign that the trend is likely to continue unless a significant catalyst emerges. For traders, this means the path of least resistance is still downward, and caution is advised when considering counter-trend trades. OCG's risk-reward ratio is an astonishing 19,265, reflecting the extreme imbalance between potential gains and losses at current levels. Such a high ratio is rare and typically signals either a major opportunity or a significant risk trap. For most traders, this means careful analysis and strict risk controls are essential. The potential for sharp rebounds exists, but so does the risk of further losses. Always weigh the risk before making any move. Looking at the 52-week high and low, OCG's high was $19.29, while the low is just 0.024, almost exactly where the stock trades now. The 52-week position is 0.0052, meaning the price is at the very bottom of its annual range. This context highlights just how far the stock has fallen and underscores the severity of the current situation. For some, this could signal a bargain, but for others, it's a warning sign of deeper issues. OCG's overall technical score is 68.92, which is moderately positive despite the severe price drop. This suggests that from a purely technical perspective, there may be some underlying strengths or potential for a technical rebound. However, the momentum score is negative, and cumulative RSI is deeply in the red, reflecting ongoing selling pressure. It's a mixed picture with some signals pointing to possible stabilization and others warning of continued weakness. Summary: OCG is experiencing extreme volatility and a powerful downtrend, with technical indicators showing deeply oversold conditions and heavy selling pressure. While some signals suggest a possible technical bounce, the overall risk remains high. For traders, this is a market that demands caution, discipline, and a clear strategy. Always use proper risk management and stay alert for any changes in trend or volume that could signal a shift in market sentiment. Thanks for joining this technical analysis breakdown. Stay tuned for more updates and insights.